Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Meek again. Today is a really cool day because we have not two but three bait lists. I actually got another bait list that came in just literally last night. I was getting ready to film the video for today, and then the third one came in, so it was proper exciting. So I just have to let you know about it. So let's get started. Let's start off with the first of the three bait stories we're going to go through today. I'm sorry if this video is long, but we have a lot to talk about today. The score was a Kelly Pochette. It's a score from France, although it's not from Paris. It was a very interesting score. Thank you to my subscriber who sent it to me. It's a 2022 offer. So yeah, let's talk about essentially what happened. So essentially what happened, this was a competitive regional location within France. This location itself is very competitive and has local VIPs and local clients. I think that there's this like misunderstanding in a lot of forums and Facebook groups when it pertains to shopping in France, that France is like easy and every like boutique you go to outside of Paris are like desperate for tourists. It's just not the case. There are many local VIPs, French clients who are big spenders as well, and a lot of the times you might go into a boutique, and in a regional boutique in France you might be like, hey, I want a mini Kelly. They'll look at you like you have a cone on your head. Like, are you mad? You know? So this score is absolutely amazing. So essentially, it was like she was like with her husband. They bought a bunch of different bait items, but essentially I'll just tell you the categories of bait that were purchased. They bought silver fine jewelry, homewares, and fashion jewelry. She also asked for an SLG that is very under the radar at Big H, and I feel like it's an SLG that really shows loyalty. It's not a Burn wallet, it's not a Constant Slim wallet. You know like the Burn and the Constant Slim, those are like super popular SLGs at the brand at the moment. People are even being offered them. I know, like the whole offer thing is like, people really don't like it. My husband thinks it's absolutely mad that you can be offered to spend your own money, but like the Constant Slim and the Burn are very, very hot. It's not the Constant Slim, it's not the Burn wallet, but it's an under the radar SLG. She asked for that under the radar SLG, and then the SA comes back and offers her the Kelly Pochette and offers it to her privately. My kind of reading of this bait story is that she didn't ask for the Kelly Pochette. She didn't ask for a mini Kelly. She didn't ask for a Kelly 25. She didn't ask for a Birkin or a Constance. She didn't ask for those really coveted quota bags. And because she didn't, and she kind of went with the flow, her and her husband are shopping, they're picking out things that they want, she was rewarded with a beautiful Kelly Pochette. It is in a bright color. Bright colors, generally speaking, are easier, to get than maybe, let's say, like the neutral colors, but a Kelly Pochette, baby, is a Kelly Pochette, okay? This is really, 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 really hard to get. They are more rare than the mini Kelly. They make fewer units of the Kelly Pochette compared to the mini Kelly. I've always felt like the Kelly Pochette is like the cool older sister that like reads like vintage magazines and has like vinyl records, and I feel like the mini Kelly is like the younger sister that's on TikTok. I feel like the Kelly Pochette is always cooler than the MK2, even though I want an MK2 and I would like a Kelly Pochette. I feel like the Kelly Pochette is just cool, it's just like, it's like the cool older sister that like listens to vinyl records on her like vinyl record player because she's too cool, to listen to songs digitally, and stream them like on Spotify or something. So I just think that this is an absolutely fantastic score. She wasn't expecting to be offered the Kelly Pochette. She asked for, like I said, an under the radar SLG that many people don't really chat about when it pertains to Big H. And she was given, one of the quota bags from the Kelly family, a very, very, very desirable bag from Big H that many people try all around the world to get a Kelly Pochette offered from the boutique and have never been offered it. So congratulations to you. Very happy for her. I do think that her husband being there helped a lot. and the fact that he was like also, you know, picking stuff up and buying and stuff, I think that helped. I based on what she told me of all the things that they purchased, because I'm trying to protect her privacy a bit, because this was from France. The ratio that I kind of worked out was about 0.5 to 1, because the Kelly Pochette, I think in the EU in Swift, and this Kelly Pochette was a Swift offer, I think it's like about 5,000 euros. So it's about, yeah, it's about 0.5 to 1. So I think this is just like a phenomenal bait list, and I just love the fact that it was so unexpected. Sometimes I think when you go with like you go with no expectations of scoring, you then get you know, you get rewarded because you're not expecting. I think most people who are tourists in her situation wouldn't have done it that way, and I think she did it the correct way. She went in there with her husband, they're picking stuff up, they're buying, like I said, silver fine jewelry, even though silver's not gold. Again, in a regional location, it's still fine jewelry though, and even on the website it's counted as fine jewelry. The fact that she chose something which, you know, is a fine jewelry piece, and you know, the fact that she chose like homewares, she also chose fashion jewelry and other bits and bobs, that all kind of culminated. And the fact that she didn't ask for a quota bag, I feel like all of that kind of came together, and of course her husband being there helping, and then she got this phenomenal offer. I mean, wow, the Kelly Pochette, I mean like even the Kelly Pochette being offered in Paris is very rare. I think recently I've heard of some people being offered the Kelly Pochette, but they were like exotic offers, and these were people who have purchase history at the house in Paris. So happy for her. All right, so let's talk about the next one, which is a Kelly 25 from Australia. But before we do that, you know what to do. You subscribe to this channel, you hit notifications, and you like, comment, share, and subscribe. Blah, 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 blah. Do that stuff, because I was in YouTube jail recently. So I had to get myself out of YouTube jail. So make sure that you like, comment, share, and subscribe. Okay, so this one is the Kelly 25 from Australia. With this bait list, it was quite interesting because she had told me that she was getting about like one bag a year basically from this boutique in Australia. I think there are about 5 boutiques there, I think, if we include the airport location as well. So starting from, I think it was like starting from like autumn, I think it was like starting from like last autumn, and then she got her offer like this summer. So she buys a tray, she buys an eau de toilette, she buys boots, she buys a rose gold ring as well that doesn't have any diamonds, 2 twillies, a petite ash charm, a fine jewelry necklace that is silver. And then she also buys like cups and breakfast plates. So these are like homeware, so porcelain. She buys the Chypre sandals and the men's cardigan. The Chypre sandals are like so hot right now. Everyone is trying to get them. You're so lucky, babe, for getting this. She buys a men's cardigan, some makeup. She also gets a tie, and she also buys 2 blankets, a belt, and a buckle. She gets a very desirable non-quota bag, and she also buys some ready to wear. And that like very desirable non-quota bag is the mini version of that bag. So there's a mini version and then the regular size version, and she also gets some women's trousers. So this is her list, and the ratio is about 1.4 to 1, but she's included the non-quota bag. It is 1.4 to 1, including the desirable non-quota bag. However, she said she doesn't feel like the bag counts, and I agree. I don't feel like the bag counts, so the ratio is probably a little bit under 1.4 because non-leather quota bags do not count in Australia for any of the boutiques in the Australian locations, and there are many of you who support me who are from Australia. Like the Big H Australia really likes to see clients shopping in the non-leather métiers. Like they want to see that loyalty in other categories. That's why non-quota leather bags don't count for the profile for the 3 Holy Grail quota offer. So I actually agree with her that it doesn't count, but we'll just stick with 1.4 to 1 for now. But I think her ratio is like like excluding like the desirable non-quota bag is like just under 1.4, let's say. And this offer took about a year to procure. It's in a very desirable neutral color, and it is a Kelly 25. It is a yeah, just a super beautiful bag. I just love this bag. I think it's absolutely stunning. And like I said, Kelly 25 in a neutral color. I think if you listen to this bait list, there are like a few things that we need to kind of focus on. She did tell me that she has a really good relationship with her SA and they do have a good connection. But again, you know, she's buying and showing loyalty in the métiers that Big H really cares about. So like she does have fine jewelry on the books here. One is a silver fine jewelry piece, the other is gold that doesn't have diamonds, but still those are two fine jewelry pieces. And again, one is silver, one is gold. That looks really good on your profile. It looks so good. I do think it's important to buy the non-quota leather bags because I feel like, again, it shows loyalty and it shows that you like want to be loyal to the brand because you're not just thinking about the Beck and the Kelly and the Constance. She buys, you know, ready to wear. She also buys homewares. I feel like, again, that shows that you're like a lifestyle client. You know, you're buying women's trousers, you're buying, you know, a cardigan, you know, for your husband or your boyfriend, and you're buying things for the home. That helps, like, I think the store manager to see this is a well-rounded client who really kind of lives Big H. She's wearing Big H. She has Big H in her property, okay? Her partner and spouse, you know, is wearing our clothes as well. I think it's just very well-rounded, and I think that's exactly what Big H wants to see from people who are offered like one of the three Holy Grail bags. Again, the power of these sort of expensive homewares, because she does buy 2 blankets, you know, she buys the cups and the breakfast plates. And while I feel like porcelain, I feel like a few years ago porcelain like was like, whoa, someone bought porcelain from Big H, it's like, whoa. I feel like you're still buying porcelain, you're still buying things for the home. I still feel like that looks really good on your profile. Love to know what you guys think about this. Those of you in Australia, what do you think about this? I think this ratio of 1.4 to 1 is fantastic. This wasn't her first offer either. So yeah, she does have a good connection. She told me though that she will always show interest for the items that she's interested in with her SA in advance. I think this helps a lot. You know, no one who works in retail, any kind of retail, wants to work with a time-wasting client. Don't be that annoying time-wasting client. I think she is a great example of exactly how to shop at this house, because she says here like that she goes into the boutique every 1 to 2 months, and she always like tells her SA ahead of time before her appointment of the items that she's interested in. This is the textbook example of exactly how to shop at Big H. You shop there, you have a reason why you're going there to buy things, but you're respectful of your SA's time. You're not going there to chat and make small talk and try and like be the SA's best friend. That's the mistake a lot of people make, because they think they're building the relationship. The relationship is built through purchases and items, okay? It's not built through like trying to be like best friends with the SA or whatever. I love her approach. I think that her approach is the right approach, and I think just the way that she has gone about shopping at the brand probably has also kind of helped a little bit to result in a lower ratio, because the Australian boutiques are very competitive. All of them are very competitive, to be fair, every single one of them. As I said, they're 5, so like I think 4 if we exclude the airport location. They're very competitive, but again, she's buying the things that you really should be buying. She's buying the expensive homewares with the blankets. She's buying ready to wear in men's, because she bought a men's cardigan, and women's as well, and she's buying fine jewelry. So she's hitting those métiers, you know, that is what Big H wants to see, and she's extremely focused on like the fact that she can she requests the items in advance. That is key. So the SA can also forecast his or her commission, and can also forecast like, okay, well, Kagem is coming in next month, and Kagem told me she's going to buy this ring, she's going to buy this necklace, and she's going to buy, you know, a sweatshirt for her husband. And the SA can be like, okay, cool, that's going to result in I'm just making up a number here, you know what I'm trying to say. That's going to result in 20,000 euros of sales for my like monthly target. You better believe that that person will be prioritized over the person who's making an appointment to buy a twilly. Okay, so thank you so much to my subscriber from Australia. I love the Australian bait list because, you know, Big H Australia, honey, she doesn't play, boo boo. Like, Big H Australia, I want to be Big H Australia when I grow up. Like, when I grow up, I'm going to be Big H Australia because I feel like the Australian Big H is really like, it's just too thug life. Like, I want to be Big H Australia in my actual business when I grow up. So what a fantastic score. Congratulations to Kelly 25 in a really beautiful neutral. I always tell you guys, like, I'm not going to get a neutral, but then I see your neutral offers. I'm like, so beautiful. Congratulations. Okay, the final bait list is from a location in Asia. This is an absolutely stunning offer as well. So the offer is a Birkin 30, a Cellier, in a very desirable leather that's very rare from the house. So let's go through the list. I can't wait to talk about this one as well. I'm just so excited with all of these bait lists that I'm getting from you guys. So this is what was purchased. It was a white gold Kelly ring, the gourmet Kelly bracelet, the CDC silver bracelet, an Arso watch, that's the men's watch, a sushi plate, 2 orange back charms, 2 silk scarves, 3 Libris stoles, 2 Terre d'Hermes, I'm assuming that's the fragrance, the Constance men's loafers, the Daydream Kelly trainers for men, the Constance men's belt, a men's button-up shirt, a men's jumper, and 2 men's polos, 1 Germain shorts, the Germain shorts, like one option, 1 pair obviously of shorts, 3 Hermes fit items, 1 grooming bag, and 1 Evelyn 29 and 1 Kelly Depeche 25. Now, in Asia, I think we've chatted about this before. The situation in the Asian boutiques across different countries within Asia, because this was obviously a boutique in Asia in a country in Asia, they're very direct in Asia. And I think I posted on my Instagram, like, if Big H was to come to the African continent, honey, you need to be direct like the way you're direct in the different Asian locations, because, honey, like, we are not, people here will not be able to handle shenanigans and things like that. And I just love the sort of transparency in the boutiques in Asia. So in this location, it's like, I asked my subscriber, like, you know, were they like really direct about how much you have to spend? My subscriber said it was indirectly yes. So they will always kind of give you an idea in the different Asian boutiques of how much you need to spend, whether it's directly or indirectly. Everyone shopping in various Asian locations knows basically what they have to do. Speaking, in most of the boutiques within Asia, the non-quota bags do not count. So like the Mini Lindy or the Picotin or the Evelyn, and my subscriber did get the Evelyn. However, my subscriber got the Kelly Depeche. The Kelly Depeche counts because it is a men's bag slash a briefcase. So essentially what I have found through my research is that the men's leather bag slash briefcases, all of them count around the world, generally speaking, because Big H really wants like more men to shop at the brand, so they count towards the quota offers. This offer took about 8 months to generate, so again, very fast. You know, 8 months is not a long time whatsoever. This was very fast. It sounds like it was a very good experience, and very, you know, straightforward, and again, transparent, you know, not a lot of games, no shenanigans. Everyone knows what they need to do. And I agree, it's those are the 3 hero products: the white gold ring, the Arso, Yeah, the white gold ring, the Arso, and the Kelly Pochette. Those are the three items that really kind of made the offer happen very quickly. But I do also think, I just wanted to kind of just touch on some other things here. Like the men's, the men's daydream trainers, those helped. The Constance loafers helped. Again here, like the men's ready to wear, because there's like two men's polos, a men's jumper as well, a men's button-up shirt. Like the men's clothing, I feel like the men's like ready to wear counts a lot. So if you're watching this, maybe you're a man, you want to buy like ready to wear for yourself, I feel like it really, really counts. Or maybe you want to buy ready to wear for your husband or your boyfriend, or whatever. Like I feel like if you're watching this and you're like, okay, I want to go buy, ready to wear for my husband or my boyfriend, whatever, go and start looking for options, because I really do think that these ready to wear options here, I feel like they counted as well significantly. This was a very well-rounded bait list, because there's a bunch of fine jewelry, their homewares as well, their shoes here as well. Again, even the Terre d'Hermes like fragrance as well, and the ready to wear. That grooming bag, by the way, I've been thinking about that bag. Does that bag require bait? Does anyone know? Does the grooming bag require bait? Because I think the grooming bag looks really good. Okay, I'm going to be joining this new gym, and I'm trying to I'm trying to think of things that I can just justify going to the gym. I'm like, okay, I need to buy a really expensive bag so I can go to the gym. The grooming bag is really nice. I would love to know what you guys think about this one as well. The Arso watch is going to be huge in 2023. Mark my words. If you are watching this and you're like, I need to go buy a watch at Big H for my husband, my boyfriend, go buy the Arso, because when I saw the Arso in this list, I was like, oh my God, okay, the Arso is going to be massive in 2023. This is another fantastic bait list. The offer was absolutely stunning and beautiful, in a very rare leather, a Birkin 30 Cellier, super rare leather, absolutely stunning color, gorgeous neutral. Yeah, really, really jealous. Honestly, when I saw this offer, I was like, I am so jealous right now. Yeah, absolutely love this one. So I'd love to know what you guys think about this bait list as well. So we've had three phenomenal bait lists, one from France, the Kelly Pochette, the Kelly 25 from Australia, and the Birkin 30 Cellier from Asia. So which one is your favorite? Which one did you like the most? I love all of them equally. Shout out to all three subscribers who sent them to me. I think all of them have so many lessons for us. The first lesson from the Kelly Pochette bait list in France is go in without expectations. Get ready to buy bait, but be open-minded, because you never know, you could be given a unicorn. And she got a unicorn, she got a Kelly Pochette. The second lesson, I think as well, that I learned from the Australian bait list of the Kelly 25 is, be a serious client. I think that the second story, the shopper is serious. Like, she's not wasting time, honey. Like, she's letting her essay know ahead of time, like, I'm buying this, I'm gonna buy this, or I'm gonna pop into the boutique, but I'm buying this and this and this, and not like tiny items. Like, she's buying fine jewelry, she's buying homewares, and she's buying fine jewelry. Like, that's really, really important as well. And I think the third lesson that I've learned from this Asian bait list is the power of fine jewelry and the categories from the men's portion of the business. Oh my God, the power of menswear and men's products to generate a beautiful Birkin 30 Cellier offer should not be discounted. So yeah, I was extremely impressed with all three of these bait lists. And I love talking about bait, because I feel like we learn so much about the brand when we talk about bait. Now, I got a really interesting message from one of you. I wanted to kind of chat about it. It connects with these bait lists as well. And the message was like, asking me like, is it a guarantee to score if you buy bait? I said, nothing is guaranteed in luxury shopping, number one, let alone luxury shopping at the horse, honey. It's not guaranteed. And I think we really need to kind of like make that clear. Nothing is guaranteed, So while most people are buying bait, it's not a guarantee that it's going to happen. And you're going, like all three of these examples, they were all successful in purchasing bait and then getting really cool, great quota offers. Kelly Pochette, Kelly 25, and the Birkin 30 Cellier. But it's not a guarantee. There's also a sort of delicate dance, you know. So I wanted to kind of talk about the do's and don'ts of Birkin bait shopping, because some of you are making some mistakes. So I want to kind of make sure that we all kind of know what we're doing, so you avoid embarrassment in the boutique and make mistakes. First of all, and I think that this should be obvious, but let me just make it very obvious. You never, ever, 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 ever refer to the game to your SA, and you never ask your SA whether the game exists. I saw someone say this in a forum, and someone said that they asked their SA if they bought a watch, would that make it easier for them to get a quota offer? And the SA said, no, it's about availability. SA is going to say no, but obviously yes, if you buy a watch, as we've seen in these bait lists, of course, if you buy a watch, and if you watched all of my bait lists, by the way, there's a playlist for that, you know that, of course, if you buy a watch, you're going to get an offer, relatively fast, compared to someone who doesn't. Yes, of course you do, because timepieces are massive for them. But you should never say it. So I think that's also very dangerous. Like asking your SA, don't go ask your SA. What you should do is follow me on Instagram, ask me. Okay, if you like Instagram. If you like Facebook, join my Facebook group and ask us there. We'll give you the Gucci answer, honey, and we won't hold back. We'll tell you the truth. Yes, it matters, but you cannot ask them that. You can't. And some of you are breaking these Birkin bait do's and don'ts. You're not allowed to ask the SA, if I buy this, do I have a better chance, of getting a Holy Grail quota offer? The SA is going to be like, oh, it doesn't matter what you spend, it doesn't matter what you buy, and all of this. We all know what time it is, honey. We all know what time the horse has to leave the stable. We know, okay? But if you go to the boutique and you're like, oh, well, do I have to, should I buy this watch and will that help me get an offer really soon? The SA's going to be like, oh, it's just about, availability. And they know that that's not true, but they're not really allowed to kind of hint to the existence of the game. So don't mention the game. I think it's also kind of part of big H etiquette that you don't mention it. We all know it exists in every single market in the world, even in the wish list locations such as the United Kingdom. There are many people spending a ton of money, honey, in the London boutiques. People are spending a lot of pounds in there. Okay, everyone knows that it exists, so don't bring it up. And some of you are innocently making these mistakes where maybe you'll go to your first or second appointment, you'll say, hey, I heard that if I buy a diamond ring, I'll be able to get a Birkin or a Kelly. The SA is going to look at you like you are absolutely mad, number one. And number two, they might be frightened. What if you as a new client, what if you do buy a diamond watch or a diamond ring? But what if there are 5 other people waiting for Birkin Kelly Constance offers who've already bought the diamond CDC and the diamond Kelly bracelets and the Gallop, bracelets, and they're waiting? They're still outranking you because you're a new client to the house at that time. So I hope that we've all understood. You never infer that the game, exists, okay? Never, ever, ever mention the game to your SA. If you need to ask a question, you join my group or you follow me on Instagram. Okay, so I just want to make sure we all know what we're doing there. I think another Birkin bait do's, one of the things that you shouldn't do when it pertains to Birkin bait, I think is and this is a tough one, but come across desperate. So this is what I want to explain. I feel like the people who are desperate for quota offers come across really desperate in messages and emails and constantly referring to the quota offers and constantly bringing up quota bags. I think is really taboo. I think that the people who get offers are the people who play it very cool. Okay, you know what you're doing, you know what time it is, and you know that you're playing the game, the SA knows, and just be patient. Generally speaking, for those of you in the US, it is 1 bag every 6 months. I think for those of you in Canada, it's 1 bag every 12 to 18 months, give or take, depending on the boutique. I did see a YouTuber, I think she got her bag very fast. I think it was 5 months, and she was in Vancouver, but she spent 3 to 1. She went 3 to 1. So I think in Canada, if you're willing to go 3 to 1, 4 to 1, I beg your pardon, you might get the bag in under 6 months. But generally speaking, Canada's about 12 12 to 18 months. The wish list system in the UK, I think that they said the wish list system had changed, and then it hadn't changed, but it's like, I think it's like 8 months, give or take. And then if your wish is granted, great. If your wish expires, then you have to go, and renew it and try again. So I think it's just super important to be aware of those things, okay? Don't be desperate while buying bait. Like, don't start shopping at BKH and then the second week you're sending messages every single day asking about your Birkin or Kelly or Constance, or you're sending messages every single week and you're new to the brand. That comes across as desperate. Play it cool, play it calm. And just to be clear, there's nothing wrong with spending fast. I actually think that the people who spend fast, I think if you can and you have the liquidity to spend quick, you'll get that offer very fast. The ratio will be higher than someone who maybe will go 1 to 1 or 1.2 to 1, 1.5 to 1 in a year. Maybe, yeah, you will go 3 to 1, you'll go 4 to 1, but you'll get that offer very quick, or 5 to 1. Some people have even gone 6 to 1 and have gotten an offer super, super fast. It depends on the location and the country. There's nothing wrong with spending quick. And I actually support the people who want to spend fast to get the offer fast. I think it's great basically to do that. If you can, you should do that. I think that's actually the best way to go about it. I'm impatient. I'd want my offer really quickly. And what I mean by desperate is don't write like those messages constantly asking for the bag. Some of you have reached out to me and been like, hey, do you think that the way I'm speaking to the SA is okay? And sometimes I'll be like, hey, you're being really aggressive, you're being a bit pushy, take a break and just relax. Go to Chanel, go to Dior, leave the horse, honey, leave the horse at her pond and let her drink, and you just take a break and shop at other brands, and don't be so like, oh, when am I getting it? Another Birkin Bait do or don't is asking your SA what you should buy. Some of you are doing that as well. So I want you guys to stop making these mistakes, okay? Don't ask your SA what you should buy. You're gonna put them in a really tough, awkward position. Particularly in the US, SAs don't like to talk about quota bags over over text, over SMS, so don't do that. You talk about the Birkin, Kelly and Constance offers in person, okay, when it pertains to that. So just to be very clear, it's really important. If you can spend quick, you should do that. I'm always a supporter of spending fast, but don't constantly talk about the Birkin or the Kelly or the Constance. Don't constantly bring them. Oh my God, don't constantly bring up the Constance. Okay. Don't constantly bring up the 3 Holy Grail offers all the time, because I feel like that gets so exhausting. Every single day, your SA has to deal with people every single day asking about the Birkin, the Kelly and the Constance. Don't talk about them via text. The only sort of exclusion is those of you who shop remotely. You have to talk about them via text, but generally speaking, those are the sort of do's and don'ts that you shouldn't do. I think that we're always going to have dividing opinions about the people who shop quickly, who can blow a bag fast, and the people who shop slowly. It really depends on you, your financial liquidity, and your ability to spend at the brand. But for me, just my approach to life, if there was a big H boutique in South Africa, I would prefer to get my offer fast. But that's just the nature of my personality. Everyone is different. If you can go 3 to 1 or 2 to 1 in a month, and if you can do that, you're probably going to get the offer very quickly. It just depends on you and the way you are, and it also depends on your location as well, okay? Another Birkin Bait thing that you shouldn't do, because a lot of you are making mistakes at the moment with your bait, with your bait journeys. We shouldn't call it the Hermes journey, we'll call it the bait journey. Another thing you shouldn't do is, if you find social media stressful, just take a break from it, honestly, because some of you, I think, are forgetting that so many people are spending a ton of money shopping at this brand. I remember one of you sent me a picture of, I think it's a VIP on Instagram who got a very coveted bag. And my thing is the moment you send me pictures of VIP big H shoppers on Instagram, the first thing I do is I go on their profile that you sent me, and I just look at the backgrounds of their pictures, because that's where you see all of the bait that they've purchased. This person has high jewelry. Do you know that big H have a high jewelry collection, honey? Person has high jewelry, boo boo. Okay, the person has freaking high jewelry. The person has furniture. You cannot compare yourself to people who are buying high jewelry. Like high jewelry at Big H, I think it's like it starts at 100,000 euros and it goes up. Like their furniture, they have like sofas for like 100,000 euros. Like I wish I would buy 100k euro sofa, put it in my house, and my cat would be like, guess what? You're done. Okay, she destroyed that thing and she'd make fast work out of it. So don't compare yourself to people on social media who can curate an image of their bait. I have all of these like really expensive Big H things, you know. I think I had like I just don't want you guys to like feel stressed about that. Don't worry about that. Honestly, no one's Paris offers bother me at all because I know that everyone shopping in Paris has bought something. Everyone, literally everyone. Like literally everyone. It's like 99%. So I'm not bothered because I'm like, everyone is shopping in Paris. People are just saying that they're not. So I'm just like, whatever, I don't care. So I just don't want you guys to like feel stressed about, because some of you are like, well, why should I buy as many Birkin Bait items as that person, and that person's getting all these incredible offers? I'm like, that person is buying bait, honey. Every single person is buying bait. They're just not showing it, and that's fine, and that's their right. But just don't kind of feel stressed about that. I wanted to kind of talk about the bait categories that I think are going to really matter in 2023. In 2023, I think it's really going to be about like the really, really, really expensive, like fine jewelry. I think fine jewelry, like the sort of like $1,000, $2,000 mark, or in the EU, the $2,000 like rings and $3,000 rings. I feel like right now, we're starting to see a little bit of like fatigue there. Like people who dip their toes into fine jewelry want to just buy like a ring, or they just want to buy like a Cape Cod watch that doesn't have diamonds, or an Ash watch that doesn't have diamonds. I think in 2023 we're going to see the rise of like chairs at the brand. Maybe a sofa is a hard sell for a lot of clients, but chairs are not that hard. I feel like some of their chairs are like a few thousand euros. Some of you are like, they look uncomfortable, but we're going to see people buying furniture and starting that way. So like buying maybe two chairs, or buying 3 chairs for the office or for their home office or whatever, right? And then I think we're also going to see more people buying the really pricey fine jewelry, bracelets and rings. Big H's fine jewelry is obviously trying to compete with Cartier. If you're a Cartier girl, I love the Cartier brand very well. I understand the way Cartier price their products. If you look at the way Big H is pricing her bracelets versus Cartier's, like Big H is like diamond CDC bracelets, and the diamond Kelly bracelets are shot across the bow to Cartier's Love collection with diamonds, like so the pavé options and all the rest of it. I think we're going to see more people buying the top end, like the top end fine jewelry. So like the diamond, I think the fully thugged out diamond pavé Kelly bracelet. If I can find a picture, I'll put it up on the screen. I think in the EU this is 40,000 euros, something like that. This one definitely competes with Cartier's pavé Love bracelet. Put a picture up on the screen as well, so you can just see, because in the EU this one is 46,000 euros, baby. We're going to see people buying more of these to get those super fast offers. It goes without a shadow of a doubt. If you buy the diamond, the fully pavé like diamond Kelly bracelet, I think there's also a CDC version of this, but I might have to double check. If you buy a diamond pavé bracelet from Big H, you are going to get a lightning fast quota offer. So for those of you, and there are many of you who watch this channel, you're all balling really hard. If liquidity isn't an issue, pick up one of these bad girls right here in the UK, because the diamond fine jewelry from Big H is not a joke. It's absolutely gorgeous, absolutely stunning. It's beautiful, it's very pricey, and it's definitely overpriced if you compare it to like Cartier or Van Cleef & Arpels or Chopard, but it's going to get that lightning fast offer. We're going to see more people buying more expensive diamond fine jewelry. I still feel like diamond fine jewelry is where it's at the brand, and I also feel like for 2023 we're going to see more people buying like the men's timepieces. So men's timepieces, when it pertains to the ladies' timepieces, again, the pieces that have diamonds, I feel like they count more than maybe say the Nantucket or Cape Cod watches that do not have diamonds. So I feel like maybe last year you could have purchased like the Nantucket or the Cape Cod with no diamonds like whatsoever. But I feel like for 2023, it really needs to be the Nantucket watch or the Cape Cod with diamonds or gemstones. Not everyone likes diamonds. Big H knows that. I think that there's some like fine jewelry options that have onyx and things like that. Go find gemstones that you like. Make sure that they're in watches that you like. Purchase those watches for future Birkin Bait, okay? And I think I've already mentioned before, but I still feel like exotic shoes and exotic SLGs, I still feel like those are a great opportunity. They really make your profile look good. And I feel like at that price point, they're so expensive. I feel like it shows like the boutique that you're willing to spend, and you probably get some really great offers, and not even just necessarily great exotic offers. You might get a really fantastic offer. For those of you who are in Europe and you're trying to get like the truly like holy grail pieces, so like the Picnic Kelly or Lizard Mini Kelly or the Picnic Birkin or Himalayan, you really need to, for me, in my opinion, for those like full offers which are so rare and they tend to be given to VIP clients, you really need to be focusing on the very expensive fine jewelry that I've just mentioned. So like the pave, I was about to call it the pave love bracelet, the diamond pave options from Big H, and small furniture pieces. So like maybe a small table or maybe a small chair, exotic SLGs, exotic shoes, really pricey stuff that is a tough sell for most people. That's kind of where you need to go if you're trying to get a Picnic Birkin or a Picnic Kelly or the Himalayan. I mean, in terms of the Himalayan, I think definitely for Europe, it's like 6 figures pre-spend in Europe. So you do have to spend quite a lot in order to qualify for that. But that kind of gives you an idea of what you need to do. So, hey, you've been warned. I still feel like there's a huge opportunity with men's ready to wear. But I feel like for men, it will be just more expensive. So like men's outerwear, so like jackets and things like that. You know, I think if you think like, oh, I'm going to go buy my husband some trainers, like that's not enough. You have to buy him trainers, you have to buy him a jumper, you have to buy him, you know, a lot of clothing as well. Like we saw in the bait list from Asia, that is the perfect way to go about it as well. So I really hope that you guys have liked this video. I love filming these videos because it's so interesting to see how Big H operates worldwide. It's always a blessing, and I just hope that you have enjoyed these videos as much as I have. This is the final video of the Big H long weekend. I've got 3 videos next week as per usual, so I really hope to see you guys here. It's really important that you turn on notifications and you like my videos. Some of you have turned on notifications, you watch my videos, but you don't drop a like and turn on notifications. It's super important so that my videos do well and I can reach more people. And remember what I always say whenever I film these bait videos, nothing is a guarantee, honey, okay? You need to accept that when you play the Big H game. You could drop a ton of money and not get an offer, okay? But I think generally speaking, I think that happens to people who aren't strategic. I think if you watch these bait list videos, you're pretty much going to get an offer if you shop in the desirable categories, as long as you're not entitled or rude. You're basically, you know, the offer will come eventually at some point on Pegasus's wings. I can't help it. The horse jokes write themselves with this brand. I really hope that you've enjoyed this video. You know what to do: like, comment, share, subscribe, follow me on Instagram, and join my Facebook page, and also join the group, blah blah blah. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next week in my next video.